couple of years ago, I realized that low testosterone was ruining my life. And if that is the same case for you, then watch this because it's going to be very helpful. So the highlight of my day at the end of like first year uni, so about 2 years ago, the highlight of my day was probably watching YouTube in bed on my own in my dark room. That is probably when you realized that's probably when I realized that there were some issues in my life. So when you're in like a testosterone rut, or if it's lower than usual, then you'll know that you get these like extreme highs by doing really like basic things. So if the most enjoyment from your day is by just like watching YouTube or going on Instagram or going on porn, then that's probably a big sign that you have these like, your dopamine is so messed up, your receptors are so messed up, and that feeds into how low your testosterone is as well. And there's a big link there. And if you are experiencing one of these, like depression, maybe you think you have chronic fatigue, maybe you think you have ADHD, maybe you think that you have like genuine erectile dysfunction, then those all actually link, genuinely they actually link to low testosterone. So I believe that if you go to a doctor, he might diagnose you with ADHD, but he probably won't diagnose you with low testosterone. Or if he diagnoses you with depression, he won't diagnose you with low testosterone. So sometimes I might think that it is actually just low testosterone. And when I was at this point, I thought I had all these issues. I thought I had erectile dysfunction. I thought I had like severe anxiety, chronic fatigue, ADHD, depression maybe as well. Like I was depressed. I felt depressed a lot of the time. But really, it was just because I had low T, and I got tested the summer after. I went through this big rut and I found that my results were like on the low end, like the proper low end. And there are some big issues with this range, and there are some quite nefarious things that go on intentionally or unintentionally that actually really affect people. Because you'll go to a doctor and say it's low, you'll get it tested, you get 300 nanograms per deciliter, and he'll say it's normal, it's a bit low, but it's normal, you're fine, bye. This happened to me. Mine was 270. He said it's a bit low, but it's normal. I was like, oh, okay, fine. But it didn't help me at all, because just by telling you that you have this normal number, it doesn't fix the issues that happen in your life. So I went on a big self kind of life overhaul and changed this. And over 3 months, the results that I got were tripling it to 870, which is pretty high. And then my free testosterone, my bioavailable testosterone, I tripled that as well to outside of the range. And I can tell you that just by fixing this and by getting this number up, genuinely fixed all these issues of ADHD, depression, erectile dysfunction, anxiety. What else did I have? I mean, I was just bored the whole time. I was understimulated. I was addicted. I was addicted to YouTube, to scrolling, to junk food. So it ironed out my addictions, I would say 75%. I'm not going to lie to you and say they're gone. Sometimes I'll order food. Sometimes I'll indulge in that dopamine, but it's nowhere near as to what it was before. And if you're living like this, then genuinely, just by fixing this number and just by going on a journey just on your own to fix this number, will genuinely fix you. I can't express it enough. If you're interested more, check the link in the description. But I'll give you some tips now as to how you can increase it, basically. So you might be thinking like, what's wrong with me? The answer is genuinely nothing. There's nothing wrong with you. You haven't got some kind of like hypergonadism where your body genuinely can't produce testosterone. That's what that means. You don't have some kind of like physical, like erectile dysfunction kind of thing, or some like severe mental disorder. Probably, I'm not going to say definitely, because you might have something that maybe I'm completely missing, but you probably don't have some like severe mental or physical disorder. It might just be that you have low testosterone, and it really does feed into every area of your life. If you're socially, if you're in a social scenario and you have low testosterone, you will be so much more in your own head about things, and you'll be so much less present. I mean, this is all of personal experience. So everything that I'm telling you is stuff that I've experienced and I've gone through. So it's not just making shit up, like it's really true. And I've seen it with other people as well. When they implement some good habits, like their lifestyle changes, and I know it's kind of obvious and basic information, but it's really quite an important thing as a young man. And if you don't have, if it's something that you're completely ignoring and you're missing out on, you are really missing out on some like genuine, like normal, but also really good opportunities that you are missing out on. And it is quite sad as well that a lot of the kind of medical advice and doctor knowledge and information and wisdom and advice is kind of misplaced as well, to young men specifically. They're never going to put you on this like testosterone increasing protocol like I would recommend. They would never do that. They will never tell you to cut out specific foods. They will never tell you to exercise this way, because you look at the doctor and most of the time they're probably quite fat as well and hate their life. And they will never tell you, for example, you have to be sleeping this way, you have to be having these supplements, you have to be behaving this way, you have to be... Will a doctor ever tell you to have more of a social life and to be around girls more to fix some issues that you have? I mean, I don't see that happening. Will a doctor ever tell you to take a specific supplement to increase your free testosterone? Probably not. Will a doctor ever tell you to meditate to improve your mental state, to decrease cortisol, to improve your self-image? Will a doctor ever tell you to read a specific book about increasing your mental health, your belief systems, your self-image, your perceptions? Probably not, but I probably will. Will a doctor ever tell you to do a specific training protocol or workout to improve your cardiovascular, your mental health, your physical health, your life, your testosterone? Probably not. Will a doctor ever tell you to wear mouth tape when you sleep to improve nasal breathing, which improves your testosterone, which decreases the chance of sleep apnea, which decreases the chance of waking up in the night, and decreases your facial abnormalities, improves the structure of your jaw? Probably not. Will a doctor ever tell you... I think you get the point. I think you get the point. It's not medical information. It's not information that's put out there because it will make men a lot better. That's probably the truth. And they don't want that because, well, I don't know. I'm not going conspiracies here, but it's just not out there as much as it should be, in my opinion. And that's exactly why I made this online course that goes into everything that you can do as a young man to increase your testosterone. It's not the information that's put out there. It's not the information that you'll find online. It's very niche, very specific, very autistic, very detailed, very useful, very practical, and it actually works. So I can promise you results such as this. And if you don't get results like this, then I'll give you a full money back plus £5 guarantee. So full refund plus £5. So I'm fully confident that you will get the advice and you will get the help that you need. So everything you get in here is focused at increasing and fixing these issues that are massive hurdles to increasing your testosterone. So join now before the price goes up, and until next time, bye.